Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Roman Reigns was one of the favorites heading into WWE Royal Rumble 2025, but the Tribal Chief came up short when it mattered. However, one of the 4 people he eliminated in the match sent him a warning shot after the Premium Live event. CM Punk brought an end to the former Shield member's 37-minute run in the Men's Royal Rumble. During his time in the match, he scored 4 eliminations including Sheamus, Braun Breaker, Joe Hendry, and The Miz. Joe Hendry did not take too kindly to the elimination. The 36-year-old star spoke in a WWE post-Royal Rumble exclusive, claiming that this wouldn't be the last time he would cross paths with Roman Reigns. It's unusual for Joe Hendry to be at a loss for words, but say his name, and he appeared here in Indianapolis at the biggest Royal Rumble of all time. Roman Reigns, congrats. You threw Joe Hendry over the top, and I'm willing to bet this isn't the last time that you and I cross paths, he said. H/Teeth Fightful. Joe Hendry is the current TNA World Champion after defeating Nick Nemeth at Genesis recently. Roman Reigns reacted to Jey Uso's win at WWE Royal Rumble 2025. The 2025 Men's Royal Rumble was one of the most stacked matches in history. With the likes of CM Punk, Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, and John Cena participating in the showpiece event, very few would have expected Jey Uso to come out on top. However, that is exactly what happened in the 30-man match as the Yeet Master emerged victorious. The former Intercontinental Champion dumped John Cena out to win the Royal Rumble for the first time in his career, punching his ticket to WrestleMania 41. Despite coming up short, the former undisputed WWE Universal Champion seemed to be happy for his former Bloodline colleague. Taking to X, formerly Twitter, he stated, Jey Uso will now have to decide if he wants to challenge for the undisputed WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship. Given his recent history with Gunther, it remains to be seen if the ring general catches Jey's attention once again. The energy in the WWE Universe was still electric as the final moments of the 2025 Royal Rumble concluded. The fireworks had just settled, and Roman Reigns stood tall at the top of the ramp, a smug grin plastered on his face as he hoisted the Universal Championship above his head. The crowd was filled with boos, but it was clear Reigns had once again claimed victory, asserting his dominance in a night full of surprises and upsets. Yet, amid the chaos and the celebration, something unexpected was about to unfold that no one in the arena, nor even Roman Reigns himself, could have predicted. As the cameras panned backstage, a familiar figure loomed in the shadows. The tension in the air thickened as this figure, someone who hadn't been seen in WWE for years, made their way to a microphone. With one swift motion, they raised it to their lips, the silence of the backstage area rippling through the arena. The figure stepped into the spotlight, Brock Lesnar. The crowd erupted in shock, their disbelief turning to excitement as Lesnar, the Beast incarnate, stood front and center, his steely eyes fixed directly on the camera. The world had been wondering when, or if, Lesnar would make his return, and now they had their answer. I've seen enough, Brock began, his voice cold and commanding. Roman Reigns, you may have held onto that title for far too long, but it's time for you to remember who really runs this company. The fans were on their feet. Lesnar wasn't here to play nice, and he wasn't here for a contract signing or some gimmicky angle. His words were sharp, precise, and as much as they sounded like a warning, they carried the weight of a challenge that no one could ignore, least of all Roman Reigns. Lesnar's eyes narrowed, his hands flexing at his sides. You've been parading around as the Tribal Chief, Roman, but I'm the man who broke you before. I'm the one who exposed your weaknesses and made you look human. I'm the Beast. And unlike your little family drama, you know I don't care about any of that. His words hit like a freight train. There was no beating around the bush, no softening the blow. Brock Lesnar was here to remind Roman Reigns of the one truth that no amount of bloodline drama or championship reigns could deny: the two had history. They had shared the ring, and Lesnar had come out on top. That was the real story, the one that fans often overlooked in favor of the flashy gimmicks and bloodline feuds. The camera zoomed in on Brock's face, and there was a fire in his eyes that could not be mistaken for anything other than pure intent. "I'm not coming here for a handshake, Roman. I'm coming here to take what's mine. And if you think for a second that your reign is untouchable, you're sorely mistaken." Lesnar dropped the mic with a thud, his message clear as day. The crowd was still processing the implications of this return, but one thing was certain: Brock Lesnar was back, and he was sending a warning shot to the man who had dominated the WWE Universe for far too long. Back in the arena, Roman Reigns was still basking in the aftermath of his Royal Rumble victory. He strutted around the ring, the Universal Championship glistening in the spotlight, and the crowd's boos only seemed to fuel his arrogance. He had every reason to believe that he was invincible. After all, what had Roman Reigns done in the past few years but conquer every challenge placed in front of him? But as the camera cut to his smug expression, his face faltered for a moment. He had just heard Brock Lesnar's message, and the confidence that once shone through his every action began to crack. Suddenly, a hush fell over the crowd as Reigns' music cut out and the Titantron flashed to life. The lights dimmed, and in the eerie glow, a figure appeared on the screen. It was a silhouette, but it was unmistakable: Brock Lesnar. Reigns' grip on the title tightened as he glared at the screen, unsure of how to respond. The familiar chant of Suplex City echoed through the arena, and it was clear that the WWE Universe was divided. Some cheered for the return of the Beast, while others awaited Roman's response, wondering how long his reign could truly last in the face of such a threat. The camera zoomed in on Reigns, who raised the microphone to his lips, his tone dripping with venom. "Brock Lesnar, you want a piece of this? You want to challenge the tribal chief?" he spat. "You want to remind me of who you are? Fine. But know this: you might have had your time, but this is my era now. You're nothing but a ghost trying to haunt the future." The crowd went wild with mixed reactions. Roman had responded to Brock's challenge with arrogance, but the tension was palpable. The Beast had already proven that he could dethrone Roman Reigns before, and everyone knew he wasn't the kind of man to back down from a fight. This wasn't just a battle for the Universal Championship, it was a battle for dominance, a battle for control of the WWE Universe. As the weeks passed, the feud between Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns intensified. Reigns, ever the strategist, played mind games with Lesnar, hoping to outwit the Beast and keep his title. He enlisted the help of the Usos and Solo Sikoa, attempting to bolster his dominance and maintain control over the bloodline. Yet, despite his efforts, Lesnar remained relentless. The challenge was personal, and the animosity between the two men only grew as they continued to collide in a series of confrontations. At one point, Roman even attempted to manipulate the situation, trying to paint Lesnar as the old guard, while he himself represented the future of the company. But no matter how hard he tried, the people knew the truth. Lesnar was the one who had broken Roman before, and this time, it seemed as though Reigns' cocky confidence was slowly unraveling. The Royal Rumble had been the catalyst for this explosion, but what followed was an all-out war. The stakes were higher than ever before. Lesnar had already declared that Reigns' reign was over, and now, it was only a matter of time before these two titans clashed for the most coveted prize in professional wrestling, the Universal Championship. As the stage was set for WrestleMania, fans eagerly awaited the ultimate showdown. Would Brock Lesnar reclaim his throne, or would Roman Reigns prove that the Bloodline's grip on WWE was stronger than ever? One thing was certain: the WWE Universe had never been more captivated by a rivalry, and the countdown to WrestleMania 2025 had officially begun. The warning shot had been fired. Roman Reigns had been put on notice. And now, the world was waiting to see who would emerge victorious when the Beast finally came for the tribal chief.